Hey, what's up? It's Princess, aka Shay from Money and Violence.
Hey, and it's your girl Shaquana, aka Jessica from Money and Violence, and you're now tuned into
It's AGTV.com. Money and Violence.
Money and Violence.
The truth is, for the people who say this is bad acting, I want to say, do you want to pick at the acting, or do you want to pick at the fact that a bunch of guys who've never done film in their lives picked up a camera and gave you something that is being compared to The Wire, which is one of HBO's greatest series ever? You know, I think people are looking at all the wrong things, but it's okay, because I'm a strong believer in the fact that people don't look for a reason to like you, they're looking for a reason not to like you. And the truth is, people will always talk, I just don't always have to listen.
How did it grow to a cult-like following? How'd you get people to watch, tune in and watch?
That was...
I could answer that. It was organic.
Social media, man.
Organic.
Word of mouth. You know, basically we did a word of mouth.
That's
Started
organic.
with that. Then basically we did the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the Twitters, and you
That's
know...
organic.
I know, brother. But let me... You know what I mean? So therefore, you know, from there on, we killed Instagram. We killed it.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. That was pretty much the motto. And I feel like once people started tuning in, you know, they were able to relate to what we was putting out, the vision that we was putting out, and it's just mainly word of mouth. But social media is a powerful platform.
Because the catapult that we just got from building something from the ground up is just so amazing to me. No one has seen some type of success come out of nowhere, like out of like Brooklyn, like this since like Biggie, like without like a push and stuff. So it's so real, it's so authentic, and people have been gravitating towards it. That I feel like even if we don't get compensation from like the YouTube subscribers, it's much bigger than that. Like there's a lot of things going on. A lot of people are watching us, and a lot of people are reaching out. So the YouTube pennies or AdSense, whatever that is, like I don't even care.
Just know we're gonna get paid.
I mean, if that's what the topic of the situation is.
We'll be took care of.
Yeah, I know that already.
My thoughts on that is, as far as a home is concerned, I really don't have a preference as far as a network or a Netflix or a Hulu. I just know that, my main concerns are having ownership of my content, also as well having creative control, because I believe if I put the project in the hands of someone else and I don't keep creative control, it's not going to keep the essence of it, and Money and Violence will no longer be Money and Violence.
It seems there's a lot of negativity sometimes with the show. They compare it to another one, or how come it has to only be about violence and such and such. What's your response to that?
There's a couple of different answers for that. Money and Violence is a show that was put together for more purposes than entertainment. For those who see past the title, Money and Violence actually has a message. And the people that message caters to are people in the inner cities, in the urban areas. And unfortunately, the drug dealing and the robberies and things like that, that's their reality. So in order for me to be able to reach out to them, I have to give them something that's relatable, for one. And for two, the purpose of Money and Violence is to make people understand us a little better. So it's actually to let you take a walk through our lives without putting you in danger, without having to go through these situations, and to get to know these characters that society has labeled as the bad guy, but to see them from a more human sense. So in order for me to display that and to give you a true depiction of this world, I can't do that without giving you that.
They criticize the show saying, these guys aren't real actors or whatnot, they don't really know how to act, and you're trying to do this kind of show.
I find that to be funny, and the reason I find it funny is because I came into this not expecting any Oscars and Emmys, because people go, these guys can't act, and I said, but none of us are actors. We came into this knowing that we never acted before, but you have to understand that when we decided to do the project, I knew where we were weak. We were weak in production, because I've never stepped foot behind a camera. We were weak in editing. I've never edited before. we were weak in acting. I'd say 95% of the cast has never acted before. But because of that, I decided, okay, so we have to be strong where we can, which was storyline, which was dialogue. So I do hear these guys can't act, but I also hear this is great writing. The Tribeca Film Festival actually just did a piece on our show on their website.
That people say, yo, y'all don't have acting skills, it's not real acting or whatever.
No, because I'm not an actor. That's like telling me
That's
I'm brown skin.
What?
Yeah, you're right.
Shit. You don't got no acting experience. I know. You can't act. So what? You're still gonna watch.
We do like 9 million views though.
How's that possible? How'd you do that? What is it that people you think attract?
You wanna know something funny? Not to cut you off. It's crazy because they said I can't act. How could you act yourself? So you don't know me, so you don't know how would I respond to certain situations. So how am I not acting? Or how am I doing a bad job of acting if you don't know how I'm gonna answer certain situations that's going on?
Exactly.
So the fact that they said it's bad acting, how about is you just getting to know the character?
Exactly. See, now when somebody talks slow, like, what's up? They're going to think that's Grammy Ty now. Like, yo, stop acting like Ty because you got to know the character. At first, it's like, yo, why is this guy talking so slow? But, you watch 24 episodes of a show.
You learn that's it.
That's it. You're acting like Ty. See? Making history here, baby.
So how did it happen? Like, how so many views? Like, how did you even you guys put it out? Like, promote it?
Grassroots. It comes from social networks. Telling a friend to tell a friend. The supporters support us, we support them. We try to give them the best that we could do, and all we ask them to do is just tell a friend. And when they tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend. And honestly, I think it grew from social networks. Me, myself, I think it grew from females. Because we got a large female fan base. So I think once the females grasped it and they start talking to males about it, now males have no choice but to sit there and tell another male. And then once we got both aspects of it, that's when it goes. Plus, it's right here. It's home. Like, you're gonna be walking down the same block that we record on. You're like, oh my God, this is where Shane lost his gun at, or oh snap, this is where Kane ran from. It's grassroots. Everything just organically grew.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all filming, is there a lot of trouble with the police?
I mean, no, we don't have no trouble with the police because it's like we've been doing this for about 6 months, in the same neighborhood, the same block. So the patrolmen that, drive around or walk, they usually have their shifts. So it's like, now it's like, oh, that's some guys, they always filming. It's 2 a.m, 3 a.m, they see us every day. It's like, shout out to the police. They don't give us no problems.
I mean, unfortunately, we do not have bloopers because, like you just said, he just grabbed a camera one day and decided he wanted to do this. And so the camera, we work with one camera, one boom mic. And so, the way the camera works, he didn't have enough space or enough memory to keep the bloopers. But we had a lot of funny moments.
Right?
One time we was talking on the phone, like that's the scene. I was talking to her on the phone. But because I didn't know my lines, I really called her so she can feed me my lines. But I had the phone on speaker by accident, so I'm like, hello. She's like, hello.
So you can hear me. Or another time that when Chopper kidnapped me, I'm like, Shay, he kidnapped me. And Jessica's like, I'm Jessica, you're Shay.
We have a lot of silly moments.
Or one time I got too drunk on set with me and Grammy's my brother, and I could not remember my lines for nothing. So no drinking on set.
So what happened after that? Like, you throw up? Or?
No, I didn't throw up. I it took me.
So on set for hours.
Usually, it would take me as an actress on set for 20 minutes to a half an hour. It took me like 2-3 hours. Shout out to Hennessy though.
That close to Snoop, I can tell you that. It ain't like they were best friends. I heard Snoop say he was best friends with Pac. Shit. I didn't see that. So. I don't know, man.
Go ahead.
people have BFFs, pick their BFFs in different ways. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not quite sure. I just don't, when Pac died, man, I don't remember seeing none of them there. Pac died. That's what I remember.
Cameras though, right?
Yeah, there's cameras all over the place over there, so
they're definitely gonna check cameras.
Right. This is not a case where it's gonna be like, we're gonna have to wait a year. Like this isn't like, you know what I mean?
I mean, you never know in cases like this because the police have to go and do their investigation and they have to find out what's up, see if they can find witnesses and people that might have saw what happened. But anything like this is going to take time. It's not going to happen right away. So, you know, it all depends how the case goes. You know, it all depends how the police, what kind of evidence they get and what information.